It's day 226
of the 29th year and beyond.
Well, the last 2 days, Gail and I have been talking about, based on Anita Baker's song, Whatever It Takes. And, we talked about the pains that one may show up in the relationship with. They may be things that you were aware of, or maybe things that you became aware of after the relationship has begun.
I called it baggage, my baggage yesterday.
Yeah, she showed up with all kinds of bags. Cute bags for bags. I joke. But the reality is this. If you are mindful of like issues, concerns, challenges, struggles before the I do's, then you would want to address that up front.
Oh, yeah. I mean, because if you're coming into a relationship, you need to know whether or not you're equipped or even willing to handle the baggage. If I'm a what are the guys at the
Pullman porters?
the Pullman porters or the bus, what are the guys when you go to a
Bellboys?
hotel? The bellboys. Thank you. You want to know that bellman can handle your luggage when you get to the
Ooh.
when you get to the hotel. You want to know that
But be mindful that bellmen get tipped.
Well, I'm hoping that in America you getting some tips too.
Oh, just had to throw that in.
Yes, but I mean it's true. You want to know that they're able to handle your luggage.
Yeah, and that's a good point, though. All jokes aside, that's a good point. But the unfortunate thing is sometimes you don't realize the luggage that you're bringing.
Right.
So that's why I said if you're aware, up front, that's something you want to address. But
No, you don't realize the weight of the luggage that you're bringing.
well, you may not even be aware of what you're bringing. There are times when people just don't know.
Okay.
Because depending upon where the occurrence, where that thing occurred in your life, you may suffer from an arrested development. And so whenever you approach it, let's say you were a real young person, you go back to that place, right? It takes you back.
Right.
And your behavior may be like what you were at that age as well on how you deal with it or choose not to deal with things. But what I was about to say is if you weren't aware of it, when you become aware, then you need to be open about it and share it and address it. Because again, we talked about how I believe love helps to identify and then to grow beyond those places of pain, of crises, of issues and challenges in our lives. That's what love does.
Oh yeah, it does. And I think that if you do have something that happened in your childhood that you may have somehow subconsciously forgotten, or it's been dormant, it doesn't seem like it's affecting people. Say, oh well, I just let it go. But then all of a sudden it bubbles up to the surface. Then you have to know that the love that you have with your partner is one that will support that and be able to help you grow through it so that you can continue on in your life.
But getting back to what you said earlier about someone being able to carry your baggage, number one, can they? Number two, are they willing to?
Yes.
And the reality is this, as a person in a relationship, in a love relationship, you don't ever want to get to the point where you're like, whatever, right? Because whatever means is I don't care. Whatever is dismissive. Not whatever, but whatever it takes. And that's what you want to focus on in a love relationship, whatever it takes. And so you have to be willing to ask yourself, how much are you willing to, what did you sign up for in the love relationship, right? But it gets back to those vows: for better, for worse, richer, for poor, sickness and health until death do us part. That sounds like whatever it takes as opposed to whatever.
Exactly.
Yeah. So until tomorrow, if the Lord says the same, what is your whatever? What do you?
How much baggage can you carry for your spouse?
Until tomorrow, if the Lord says the same.